Welcome everybody. Today is a really unique video. I have the lovely Alejandro Mena behind the camera helping me out for today's video. We're currently in beautiful, and that is no exaggeration, beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And today I want to talk to you guys about how how we do our very best to stay healthy while being on tour. Now we're about, give or take, 2 weeks into our month-long USA tour, our first tour nationally across the country with Concrete Dream. So things have been going well. And knock on wood, man, we're still staying healthy and still, motivated and ready to go, play some shows. So the first thing that I want to address of how to stay healthy is you got to get sleep. Now, we've had 2 or 3 off days in Las Vegas, and the two of us have just spent it completely just racked out in Sin City, doing the complete opposite of what you're supposed to do in Vegas. But, we feel like we're here, on a business trip. We're here for work. We're not here to, partake in the extracurricular activities. And you're certainly allowed to have fun on tour, and that's what we try to do, have some fun as well. But if you're not sleeping, you're not going to perform well, you're not going to sing well, you're not going to play well. So first and foremost, you got to get sleep while being on tour. Second thing, you got to keep up on your hygiene. Now, being on tour, we're roughing it, man. We're grinding it. We don't have a tour bus. We have a tour van, and we're staying in hotels whenever possible. Sometimes we get a shower. Sometimes we just go right into the next venue, the next city. Again, being here in Vegas, we've had some opportunities to keep up on our hygiene. So that means everything from laundry to just showering to bathing to trimming your hair, trimming, whatever, man. Just keep up on your hygiene, on your health. Being in close quarters with people, especially in the way the world is right now, we're still dealing with a, big major issue. So just staying as clean as possible is certainly going to set you up for success while being on tour. Third thing, now this is a personal favorite, you guys know me, is you got to try to stay physically active and exercise apart from being on stage. Being crammed in a van, being crammed in a car for hours and hours at a time, being crammed when you're sleeping with another bandmate, you really are just always kind of crunched up. So you got to stay physically active. I brought some 10-pound dumbbells as well, some resistance bands with me on the road. I'll do some splice shots of me working out in the green room and, just all over the country, just getting my squats in. Just some lateral raises, push-ups, whatever it is. Just staying physically active helps me feel like I can keep the blood moving, help me stretch out. So when it's time to perform, I'm not just a big crumpled mess on stage, so to speak. And even just something as simple as just going for a walk. Me and Alejandro went for like a 2 or 3 mile walk, doing some laundry yesterday, and it just felt good to just get some sort of like cardio again, just getting the blood moving, just staying physically active while you're on tour. That's something that I think that we can both implement into our touring regimen going forward, just to stay physically active. It's really going to help us out. All right, next thing, I brought some props with me. I brought some snacks. Next thing I want to talk about is food. Now, it's very easy to fall into the trap of just going to McDonald's, getting the dollar menu, if that's even a thing anymore, just eating junk, for lack of a better word. Now, I'm I would consider myself a health nut, a health freak. So I brought just 2 props for this video. This is something called Kachava, and I bought it specifically for this tour. It's a meal replacement, and basically it's just got like a bunch of dried fruit and vegetables and plant protein. I'm not vegan or anything like that, but this is just something that the guys have seen me slam like twice a day, just to like hold me over and prevent me from binging on fries and burgers and dogs. I've had those too on tour. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying my very best to eat as healthy as possible. As well as I bought some One-A-Day Men's. Again, none of this is sponsored or anything like that. But just trying to do my very best to get just a daily amount of vitamins and nutrients while being on the road as quickly as possible and not spending a ton of money. We're in Vegas again currently, and things are just stupid expensive. So if you want to eat healthy around here, you're gonna spend like an arm and a leg just to do that. So just simple things like this, in my opinion, and my beliefs, are able to go get the job done and get something healthy in your body without spending a ton of money. And last but not least, a way to stay healthy on tour, it has to deal more or less with your spiritual and or mental health. And that is just find some downtime to yourself, man. We've just been traveling with 3 bands and or entities, Scarhead, DRP, and Concrete Dream. There's a lot of people in those camps. So any opportunity you have to have some alone time, some downtime, just to break away from the pack, take advantage of it. Love these guys to death. We all love each other, all like a big family. Love, just being around them and playing music with them. But when you're in close quarters with a bunch of people, it can get pretty taxing and just kind of, irritating. It's just, you're always with each other at all times. So having the ability to break away and have some downtime, call home, call your mom, call your dad, call boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that's just certainly something that I value a lot and a lot of people value too. And it just breaks up the monotony of seeing the same faces on a minute by minute basis. Just being able to break away from the pack, disconnect, and have like a slice of home or just even some downtime in whatever city you're in is just something that, you know, we are trying to implement into this tour, and it seems to be working. And then when we come back all together as a unit, as an entity, we're recharged and ready to go and ready to play some shows and travel. So having a little bit of mental health is ultimately, arguably, the most important thing on how to stay healthy on tour. All right, everybody, so being on the road for 2 weeks, about halfway through our month-long tour, those are just some of the things that I've seen, some patterns, some tips and tricks that I feel like I have learned along the way, and I'm going to continue to implement, refine, and you know, just continue to practice on this month-long tour. I don't know everything, and there's no, you know, right way to stay healthy, and who knows, I might have the flu by tomorrow, but I'm just trying my very best to stay healthy and do my part and do our part to get through this tour as healthy as possible. So those are my my findings and my beliefs on how to stay healthy on tour. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who's coming out to a show and saying hello. It means a lot to me and everybody in Concrete Dream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay metal. I'll see you guys next time. Later.